The champagne flute trembled in my hand as I watched my wife step onto the small stage. Her dress shimmered under the golden light, every curve outlined like a secret meant to be whispered, not seen. Laughter filled the ballroom, soft jazz played in the background, and yet I couldn't hear any of it. All I could focus on was my boss, Ethan Cole, down on one knee before her. "Melissa," he said, voice trembling just enough to sound sincere. "Will you marry me?" The room gasped. I did too. And then she smiled, radiant, guilty, perfect. "Yes," she breathed. "Yes, Ethan." Applause erupted. Glasses clinked. The world blurred. I didn't move. Couldn't. My throat tightened, my chest heavy with a pressure that felt both surreal and inevitable. I'd suspected something. The late nights. The constant texts. The perfume that wasn't hers lingering on her blazer. But watching it play out like this public final humiliating was something else entirely. She didn't know I was there. Not really. Not as me. Tonight I wasn't Michael, her husband. I was the silent investor. The one no one ever met. The man behind the curtain who let Ethan believe he was in charge. Now, I sat in the corner of my own ballroom, watching my wife accept another man's ring. 3 months earlier I trusted them both. Ethan was my protégé, smart, ambitious, charismatic. I'd built this company from nothing, mentored him, handed him the CEO title when I stepped back. Melissa, my wife of 8 years, had encouraged it. "You work too hard, Mike," she'd said. "Let Ethan handle things for a while. Focus on us." So I did. I gave him the company, gave her more time. But she grew distant. He grew bolder. And I, blindly faithful, kept believing. Until one evening I found her laptop open. Messages glowing like acid in the dark. "Ethan. He's so naive. You deserve better than a ghost of a man. Melissa. You're right. I'm tired of living in Michael's shadow. I want someone real." I remember staring at those words, the echo of them crawling into my chest. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I wanted to see where it would lead, to understand what betrayal looks like when it wears love's skin. So I planned. Quietly. When the annual company gala was announced, I told Ethan I'd be traveling abroad. "You handle it," I said. "You're the face now." He didn't hide his excitement. And Melissa, she didn't even ask if I'd be there. That told me everything. Now, sitting among the applauding guests, I took a slow sip of champagne. My reflection in the glass looked calm, almost proud. The irony wasn't lost on me. They thought they'd outsmarted me. They thought the man behind the nameplate had vanished. But I owned every brick of this building, every note of that jazz, every diamond sparkling from the chandelier above her head. And tonight, every guest here would learn who really owned the company Ethan just tried to propose from. When the applause faded, I rose. Quietly. The host began his closing remarks, thanking our incredible CEO, Ethan Cole, for leading us into a prosperous new year. I walked toward the stage, my footsteps steady against the marble floor. People turned. Whispers spread. Ethan's smile faltered when he saw me. Melissa froze, her hand still clutching the ring box. "Michael," she stammered. Ethan's voice cracked. What are you doing here?" I took the microphone from the host, who stepped aside, confused. "Sorry to interrupt," I said, my tone smooth, deliberate. But I couldn't resist congratulating the happy couple. The room fell silent. I let my gaze move between them, her trembling, him sweating. "You've both done so well this year," I continued. "Ethan, you've expanded the company beautifully. Melissa, you've been quite supportive." Laughter rippled nervously through the crowd. I smiled. "But before we toast to new beginnings, I'd like to clarify one small detail." I turned toward Ethan. "You see this company? You don't own it." I paused, letting the words sink in. "I do." The air tightened. Someone gasped. Ethan's face drained of color. Melissa's hand fell away from his arm. "I may have stepped back from operations," I said, voice calm. "But legally, financially, structurally, this empire is still mine. Every dollar. Every share. Every signature." I looked at Melissa, her eyes wide, shimmering with panic. "And as for you," I said softly, "you were the reason I built it. I thought it would make us happy." I swallowed hard, the lump in my throat finally breaking loose. I was wrong. The silence that followed felt endless. Ethan tried to speak, Michael, this isn't. I raised a hand. Don't. I've read your messages. Both of you. I don't need excuses. Then with a faint smile I turned to the crowd. But please enjoy the night. The drinks are on me. I walked off the stage as the murmurs exploded into chaos behind me. Outside, the night air felt sharp, cleansing. My car waited at the curb. For a moment I just stood there, looking back through the glass doors where people still whispered, where Ethan's face twisted with panic, where Melissa's world cracked open like mine had months ago. I thought I'd feel satisfaction, revenge, triumph, but what I felt was hollow. Because love once betrayed doesn't burn out. It rots. Quietly. Slowly. I got into the car and closed the door. As the driver pulled away, I glanced at the building one last time. The place I built. The people I trusted. The woman I loved. All of it gone in a single yes. And for the first time I realized that betrayal doesn't destroy you all at once. It carves you apart piece by piece, until you're just a ghost haunting the life you thought you had.